Hello, and welcome back. Welcome back to our tiny little town in Cities Skylines 2. I want to spend some time prepping things. Maybe we do another residential area over here. We demolish this and restructure it correctly once we have a little bit more in place so that we don't have to essentially lose everything. I think that's the smart way to do this. So very quickly, I'm just going to start zoning in a little bit of this stuff that we know that we're going to use. Yeah, that looks right to me. Yeah, now this looks a lot better. I'm really banking on that being the right distance. Let's quickly fill it in and see if we did it right. Yep, that looks good to me. Now, I don't know why these buildings are getting built already. There's no access to this area, but the way I see this is we probably have one connection here, maybe one here, and then maybe one coming out the back as well at some point. And of course we would then remove access from this road. So I think that's how I want to do this. So the way that this one would then work is everything's going to have to move over a little bit. So we'd have to demolish this, we'd have to demolish this, and this, because everything's going to need to move over about 2. This isn't going to be as painful, I think, as I thought it was going to be. It does mean dezoning everything in here. Let's use the right tool for the job. Actually, we want to keep one of those roads. We want to keep this one. Let's quickly fill in where we know this is going to go. Have I done too many here? No, that's right. So then this road's going to cut across probably... Actually, I don't want it connected there, and I don't want this one connected there either. Alright, I think we've done it. I think we've effectively fixed what's happening here. This needs to be a little NA building. Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly how I want that to look. Do the same thing over here. Actually, this needs to be fixed a little bit, but that's okay. That's easily fixed. We know that. And then over here, these will need to be fixed as well. These are not set up the way that we want to do it, but we might be able to squeeze them into here and then move this dirt road somewhere. So the way we would do this is... It's tricky because there's no zoning visible here. I think it's like there. Yeah, this one's really easy to do because all these roads are exactly as wide as they need to be. That's actually wrong. I've done this wrong already. Immediately ruined it. Talk about how easy it's supposed to be. Immediately have a hard time with it. So this dirt road, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this dirt road out over here. We can trash this for now. Why are you building there? That's not hooked up yet. Go, stop that. How did the trucks even get in there to do that? That doesn't make any sense. Let's make sure that's the right size. It is. We just need to draw the road across and down and then connect these. And don't worry, I'll start moving the grid around a little bit to make things a little bit interesting. More interesting than they currently are, at least. That's beautiful. With that hooked up, I can actually get rid of all these so we can dezone this. And everything should move over here. Because it has to. It doesn't have a choice. We are still losing a lot of money. There we go. Now the zoning's starting to kick in because the old factories are disappearing. Commercial. I'm going to move the commercial area just over here so we can demolish this and build a better one. Luckily we have this already set up. Don't worry, the boring grid will not be the forever grid. We'll have a more interesting... It's going to be a lot of grids, obviously, but we'll make sure that this gets actually interesting eventually. Alright, with that done, I'm going to dezone this, demolish these roads over here. I could have fixed it, but I don't think it's necessary. I'm going to take the cemetery. Maybe this is something interesting that I can try as well. I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of these roads knowing that I was going to build them again. No, that's not right. That needs to move one more. I can encase that in a road. And this is where things start to get a little bit interesting and we can start to break up the grid a little bit. See, because now we can put little buildings in there. I don't know what we would put around a cemetery. But I'd do something like that. Maybe I'd put the school over here. We'd move this slightly to be able to be... That's a hospital. We would move the hospital probably to fit somewhere over here, maybe. It's a clinic. It's not even a hospital. See, now we're getting interesting. Does this cost much to move? It's a little bit expensive, more than I'd want to spend. We'll just put that there temporarily. I'm liking this a little bit better. It's too far over. Precision. I realize that it's complaining too. These are tight intersections, but I don't think there's any lights involved with them because they're just small roads, so it doesn't really matter too much. This one's fun because we can connect two of these up like that. And then I'd probably put little homes in here. Have to make sure that they're on the right road. Let's fix that because they might build that on the wrong road. So you can tell when it's set up right because then the corners become inaccessible, which is what we want to see. Perfect. Feel good about this. And anywhere that we get... Well, how did this happen? Hang on. How did that happen? Oh, I see. It's because I don't know how to count. That's fair. That always happens. I mean, that sometimes happens. I've done it twice. No, you gotta get out of here. This guy can't even see. I think these are all N... No, these are EU houses. Never mind. So that one's easy to fix because I can just paint in the NA. Look at that. People are complaining about the rent already. Too bad. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. And then we'll fill in some EU. Always a lot of demand for this. And hopefully our education system is going to do some special work for us here. People are not happy. They are complaining about traffic. What? No, you're not. You're not complaining about traffic. There's nothing. There's no cars. I almost want to say no parking on these streets as well. Can I do both? I can do trees and... Can I do trees and keys, or is that... No, it's one or the other. Oh, if you put keys in, they can't park there. Perfect. So no parking on streets, which means we will want to unlock parking areas. Oh, this will be fun. I don't get to use these very often. But we can say, we know that this is a little commercial area over here, right? Maybe we put in a little parking lot. And I don't want to do too much without bringing another 4-lane road in. I'm going to buy this land here. I do need a little bit of space, hopefully, to work with. Industrial is looking good. I can fill in the rest of those. And this is easy because I can just draw them in now that the buildings are already in place. They'll just only become 2x2s. I see a road where people are parking on the streets, and that's not acceptable. This is somewhere that I can say, maybe this is... Well, first things first. This is a problem. This needs to move temporarily. Let's go over here for a second. I'll fix this. But I'm going to do a little road here. Don't know how big this is going to be. We'll figure this out in a moment. We'll do it that way. And then I want to put a parking lot. How big of a parking lot? This one's hard to see the outline for it. Why is this one so hard to see? Is that one just an open lot? Sounds a little bit of just an open lot, I think. What I want to do now is just bring this down and around like this. Maybe we'll put in another one of those. I don't think I can fit one in here. Doesn't look like it. Maybe we get rid of this one. Maybe we'll put this one down here. Oh, it's too bad that it doesn't fit very well. Is this the same size? It's too big. It's not big enough. What a tragedy. Actually, how many is this one? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second here. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. That does work. What a beautiful coincidence. Now that should be fully happy. Upgrade that for now. Is this crooked? This is crooked. How has this been allowed to happen? Wait, what? I think it was just placed wrong. There we go. Alright, problem solved. Beautiful street. Guess I should plug these back in again for What must be the third time. But look at that. It's a little workplace. It has its own little parking lot. But then it's got this one here too. And it's huge. I'll bet some of those people come to work over here. But I think that looks cool. That looks like a little factory, like a little power plant. I guess next is probably going to be setting up more housing. We have a lot of medium demand. I don't think that these streets are going to be overwhelmed, even though there's something red down here. That's not like there's a lot of traffic or anything. If anything, they might just want some shops in here. Now, why is this not residential suitable? Is it because it's too... Actually, don't know why. It just is. Doesn't matter, it's not important. At some point, we'll start doing roads out at different angles as well. So we can break the grid a little bit, and maybe get like a little triangle in here at some point, and fill it in with some green space, and then start building on an angled grid. I might even just do that now, just to see how this would look. So I'm thinking something like this. Then we end up with a triangle. I don't know if we even utilize that space for anything. It's big though, it's way too big. But there'd probably be one here. And at some point, we're gonna do the same thing with this, where it also has like a gap running through. Maybe we set this up now, just so I don't have to think about it too much. And then we would have similar... I think that's not enough space. Actually, it's perfect. That's not quite right. Is that the wrong street type? The 4-lane road? Feels right. So why does it look wrong? Oh, I know why. It's because we haven't put in our road forbiddeners. Yeah, actually, maybe we just keep that gap green in between here. Maybe we don't put buildings in there and it's just space. I think that's okay with me. I think I want a parking lot over here. I don't know how big of one. Do we do two... Maybe right here we would do two very large for all the commercial area that's nearby. It's a lot of parking. It's very expensive though. Can we charge a lot for it? Because they're getting used. Like maybe this costs 20 bucks to park here. Because you can't park on the streets in this city really. This might be how we make money. Is that the right shape? The right size? What happened here? Oh, it's just slightly too small. It was slightly too dumb. Alright, we'll fix this real quick. And now, we just put this in right here. Massive parking lot. It is actually massive too. Yet another cursed intersection. At some point, one of these probably needs to go away. I'm gonna say that one. In fact, probably that one. Maybe this one stays and that one goes away. Maybe that's how we handle this. No, we need to connect this, otherwise people can't use it. There, why not right there? Maybe right on the other side as well. Nobody's going to use this to cut through. I don't see a world where that's something that happens. Or at least not yet. Maybe eventually people will start thinking about it. Take away their option to park on these streets though. You want to park? You're coming here. You're paying 20 bucks. I'm going to increase taxes to 12%, much to the dismay of literally everybody. But we need to offset that little bit of money that we're bleeding out here. So yeah, people are going to come to these massive parking lots to park, to go to the little shopping area. It's weird, the handicap spots are not in very good spots. There's no advantage to those. They're still walking way too far. Want to go down there and see what these stores are. My toe, your company. I don't know what it is about these little alley roads, but they make everything look so quaint and just cozy. I don't know. And then people just walking along the side of the road instead of thinking about sidewalks. Just makes it nice, makes it happy. I like it a lot. I like how these little medium density houses look too. I love how along this road, you're just seeing the backs of these buildings. It's weird to drive along this road and to see all these buildings with no doors. Yes, this one has a back door, but most of these don't. Like just garbage bins. This feels like the back alley. And the alleys feel like the main streets once you get on them here. I love how those buildings look. Whoa, where am I? So we're almost not losing money. How's this tiny dump doing? It's fine. Honestly, we produce so little garbage because our buildings are so small. Police station. This feels important to me. Have I done this again? I've put it up the wrong spot. Every single time. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. Still doing it. Still did it wrong. And then a firehouse. These ones are tiny. These ones will be fun. I do think that the firehouse has some extensions to it, though. We haven't set one of these up, have we? No. No, it doesn't have any extensions. It's just a tiny little building. This one's actually super small. It fits perfectly in our tiny city. Tiny town's little fire department. I'm sure people can't park on these streets. And also that we can't zone buildings on them. It's just as important. Industrial area is looking okay. These tiny industry buildings, they look so much cleaner. There's no smog coming out of them. This one's just a pile of garbage. It's actually weird. Why is this one just a pile of garbage? This one is at least coal. This one's literally just garbage. That's just garbage. Garbage only. Let's start naming streets after our channel supporters. And if you want a street named after you, all you have to do is become a channel supporter, and you can do that by clicking the join button below for 99 cents. For 99 cents, it means I get to put your name in the games in certain ways and put you in the credits that you see usually at the end of these videos. And if you can't afford it or you just don't want to, no pressure. It's perfectly fine. Stupid Weasel Lane. Should be all one word. Well, I immediately went there and then didn't hit backspace. This one cuts right through. That's cool. I hope we have enough streets here. Yo, we got a bunch of our streets named. That's perfect. Now we get a little shout out to all of our channel supporters. I love being able to do that as a way of saying thank you for the support. There's a lot of zonable space here, for farming at least. We'll think about that later. I want to just do little plots as well, so we can get a bunch of little farms out there. But I don't know how that works, or if that will work. I don't want them to be as small as this. Eventually this will get a little bit bigger. I'm thinking maybe double the size, and then we build an alley around it. But we're barely producing any garbage, and in fact, if we really need to, we can throw these things in here to process it a little bit faster. I'd like to get us to breaking even, though, before we really have to think about that. I'm thinking high school goes here. Right across the street from the elementary school. Why not? I say across the street. It's 3 streets, really. This one's got a slightly bigger footprint. I say it's slightly bigger. I think it's slightly bigger. And again, we'll disable the ability to park on these roads and to zone on these roads. We can only zone on alleys. That's one of the biggest and only restrictions that we really have here. How are those parking lots getting used? Pretty well. To the point where I might need to start thinking we increase the cost to use them even higher. Although, maybe they're not using them as much. What if we turn it down to 15? Is that the reason? Or will they park there because they have to? I don't know. We'll make these ones 20 just because they're the bigger lots. They're safer. And they're getting used like crazy. I think that's really cool. I like seeing all the cars in one location. It makes the city feel, I don't know, busy without having cars all over the streets. I think the streets look way nicer without cars. What are these? NA? Okay. Let's get some low density EU to fill in some of these gaps. And have we unlocked? No, we haven't. I was going to say, have we unlocked any special buildings that we need to be thinking about? And not quite yet. Over here, how do I want to do these? Do we want row houses or do we want proper medium density? I think I want row houses here. Also just like the way that the back of the roadhouse looks on the road behind it. Oh, that filled in almost immediately. It'll be interesting to see what happens to these buildings when they start to hit Next tiers. There's some level 2 buildings in here. I don't think they do anything at level 2. They might not even do anything until level 5. Oh, a park is something that I should probably think of. We haven't even unlocked parks yet. We need milestone 4 before we can even think about that. So we are making money off of fees for things like healthcare, garbage. Garbage makes us decent money when it's running. That's weird. It immediately went to 0. Don't tell me it's full. No, it's not. Maybe it's just the art of processing, the act of processing, the art of processing. That's not right. Parking fees, 23,000. I'm tempted to crank this up to 50 bucks on every parking lot. 53,000. That's, well, now it's down again, 26,000. I wonder if that's because people won't pay that price. It's so hard to tell. We are running out of money pretty quickly, though. We're losing 147,000 a month. We need to do something about that pretty quickly. I'm going to pause the game because I want to get more of these buildings in that we have demand for, because that's going to help us with taxes. So get all of our EU buildings plotted first. That wasn't counted right, maybe? No, it looks fine, though. Yeah, everything lines up, so there's really... I guess that's just the way it is. Oh, I know why. It's because there's no road. No, there's a road over here. I don't know why. Well, all I'm realizing here is that I don't know anything. These little awkward spaces here, I'm going to put in some NA housing. Or some row housing, rather. It doesn't have to be NA, but it will be NA. Doesn't have to be, though. And then over here, let's get in more of the housing. See, now this is saying it's not appropriate for residential suitability for some reason. I don't know why, but that's okay. We can work over here. I must have done something over there to upset that land. I don't know. We'll fix that with parks. It's probably just like an entertainment accessibility issue. But I don't see that as a problem that we can't easily fix. Could also be a population density for the roads issue, maybe? I don't know. I already forget what these are. Are these EU? I think they're EU. EU medium density. No, maybe not. Actually, those do look different. Okay, so now if we unpause, let there be new structures. Fill in all of our demand and hopefully make us some money, and if not, at least hopefully get us to the next milestone so we can get paid. I should unlock parks. I can't even unlock parks here yet. College will be an upcoming option. People are happy about their wealth and their spacious homes. The walking distance to the elementary school is making them happy. Unreliable healthcare coverage. We might just need more space, which means I might need to expand this space a little bit. Oh no, we've already got one in there. But yeah, we might need to expand it anyway. Just to fit one more. Maybe we do them on the sides. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe it's fine like that. Because that does give us room to put... Well, they're bigger. We might put in the slightly longer row houses here just because we have the space. And kind of be ashamed and not make good use of it. That is an exception. I will do 3x1. That's still less area than most buildings. These are 3 tiles. Most buildings are 4. The 2x2s are 4. 3x1s are 3. Quick maths. So we do need some more industrial, which is great because we only have this small little area here zoned out. We can probably put another one next to it and then one here. Is parking still making us money, or have we completely demolished? Yeah, we're making 64 grand on parking. So that is actually bringing in some decent cash for us. Garbage isn't anymore, and I don't know why. Maybe it does actually need to be bigger. No, and we're not storing anything. Yeah, I don't know what makes it work. Every once in a while the trucks leave the city and bring back some garbage and it makes us some money. People in the city are not looking well. I'm not sure why, but there's $1 million bucks. That'll float us for a little bit. And with that little $1 million cash injection, that's probably a good time for us to wrap things up in Tiny Town as our buildings continue to get constructed. Oh, we need more. We need a cemetery. I thought we had one. We do have one. I don't know what's going on. They'll figure it out. They did figure it out. Anyway, this is a good time to wrap up Tiny Town for now. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and while you're down there you can hit that thumbs up button, leave a like as well. Why not? And don't forget, you can hit that join button if you want a street named after you in the game, and it does just help me out and it's greatly appreciated. That's why I put the names in the comments and the names in the streets. I just want to I say thank you to anybody who's willing to provide that kind of support, because I really do appreciate it a lot, and it does help. Also, lastly, if you've enjoyed this and you haven't done so yet, hit the subscribe button so you can catch more of these videos. I put out like 2 videos a day usually, sometimes 3, sometimes 1, depends. Trying to get a more frequent schedule going of different games, lots of city builders, things like that, simulation games. Pop around the channel, take a look at some of the other videos. I think you'll find something you like on here. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope I'll see you again soon.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special...
No, we don't. Alright. Thank you for hanging out. Goodbye for now.